Got another one for today. Got a GMRS two-way radio. I'm told that I can communicate with most of the radios with this one. I think I need a license for this, but I think it's just paying a fee and submitting an application. But we're gonna install this on my truck, and I think it's only powered by cigarette lighter, and it's gonna be pretty much like a plug and play kind of situation. So let's see how it goes. So it looks like we got our radio. Here's our speaker. This looks like the, I don't know what this is, microphone extension cable. I'm not sure we're gonna use that. Stubby antenna, a coax cable, power, and this is the standard antenna. So these radios are kind of light, and I'm thinking, since this is an older truck, it has a single DIN radio, and I'm sure it'll fit perfectly right there. I'm gonna try double-sided tape just for the mounting location for now. If it's good and it needs extra support, then I'll probably drill some bolts to hold it down later, but I think it should fit there just fine. So my kit didn't come with that little bracket for the antenna to sit up top, so what I ended up doing was, in the truck bed, and most truck beds have plugs like this one and that one. Mine was missing one here, but you would remove that plug, and basically I'm using an existing hole, okay, that one right there, with some old hardware from some Baja Designs, and that's the end of the antenna. I'm gonna mount it right here with the little bracket. I'll show you that later. But I ended up following, oh crap, that hole that's there, right there. It's a little bit of the antenna wire, and I ended up just following the frame, zip tying, focus, there it is. Zip tying it, following the hard lines all the way up to the front, keeping it away from the exhaust, obviously. All right, once you get towards the front, you can see the antenna lines right there, and it comes up from there below the brake booster and right through. Let's see, all the wires and stuff are tucked in through that right there. This is like the grommet from the firewall. If you don't have a hole there, just cut a hole into the grommet and then push the line through. Left a little bit loose so that we can have something to work with in here. And there's the line. Now, I'm still working on the rest of it right now, but this coax cable, the end of it is easily screwed off, and then you just put it back on before you install it. So the kit has a power that can connect to the cigarette lighter. Cool thing about this truck is it has 3. They all have power, I checked them. So if you don't have power to one of these, you check the fuse for the cigarette lighters, and hopefully just changing out the fuse you get power back. But we're going to hide this cable because we can tuck it in back there behind the radio, and we might actually have to drill holes anyways, because the coax cable over the antenna has to come through, as well as the power cable. All right, since we're gonna have to get behind this, we're gonna have to remove this whole panel out. It's pretty easy. You just take these knobs out. They are all easy to pull out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that one's missing. So get those out, and then this should be able to just pull this out. All right, so I have this little pry tool, and I found it easier to come in from the top right here, and I just worked my way around, and this all just came out. Okay, once you got it pulled out, just need to disconnect your harnesses there, and this would be probably a good chance to clean out your air conditioning ducts. Okay, and to remove the radio, you just need to remove these 4 hex bolts. So we have our radio out. Just need to unscrew there to remove this bottom piece and cut into it. Okay, before anybody yells at me, my buddy's using my Dremel, so I did my best with an angle grinder. The hole is not pretty, definitely not, but it's gonna not be seen anyways, so, but it's gonna do the job. All right, so I fed the coax cable and the power through the back of the radio. There's like a little opening down here, and then I just fished it back over. So now we're ready to bolt our radio back in and feed these wires through that little hole I made. All right, got the stereo hooked up, bolted in, the lines are fed through. I think at this point it's probably good to check to see if your radio is installed properly before putting everything back on. So I'm gonna do that first, and then if I'm good to go, I'm just gonna put the face of everything back on. All right, my radio was good, so I put the face back on, and now it's time to bolt it back in. So it's 1 that I was missing the other one here. So 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna just hook up our radio, make sure we got power. I took off the headpiece right here to this antenna cable, just so I can feed it through the firewall, but we're gonna reinstall this now, get it tightened down, and screw it into the back of the radio here. All right, moment of truth. Just testing this out. All right, we got power. So almost to the promised land. We're just gonna put the antenna on and then put some double-sided tape on this thing, and we should be done. All right, so I'm just using some hardware that was off my old Baja designs, some washers, a rubber washer, and we're just gonna bolt the antenna up to this. All right, so we got our bolt all the way through with our little bracket. Now we just gotta take this guy, take this apart. There's a little washer that goes with it. Okay, I'm gonna feed this guy right here and then bolt it down. Okay, now that we got our little bracket there all set up, we just take our stubby antenna and we thread that guy in. All right, lastly, we're gonna put some 3M double-sided tape in here. We're gonna clean up the wiring and then just find a place for where the talking portion is gonna sit. All right, there's the radio. That's the only place I really found that it was reachable and just kind of flat. Everything else was kind of an odd shape and get in the way of the shifter, the keys or something, but I cleaned up the wiring as much as I could and ready to go. If that was helpful, share it with a buddy. Don't forget to check out the Dirtbag Garage on Instagram and on YouTube, and myself on Instagram at Dr_Omiz. Thanks for watching.